Okay, so the next segment basically is to help you plan what you guys are where you guys are going to go on holiday over the next 2 years. We also call it a segment called Future Congresses because you now all are Congress junkies. So take out your calendar, start noting the dates so that you don't say that, I was on a cruise at that time because maybe you had to be in Houston or in Singapore or in London or in Chicago. So we're going to start the Future Congresses section. We are not going to go chronologically, date-wise, because a bunch of people have to have a flight to catch, so we want to get them first.
All right. Thank you, Erzan. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kayo Sidwa, and together with Adabat Tamboli, I'm one of the co-chairs for the 18th North American Zoroastrian Congress in Houston, Texas. Before I begin, on behalf of about 66 plus Houstonians, I would like to thank Ashtad, Erzan, and all the volunteers for their hospitality and for this great, fantastic Congress. So a big round of applause for them. One thing I had decided that I will say this on the first day. I would like to again thank my very dear friend Erzan when he said, anybody with the red tag, you go to them, and since then I have helped everybody with plates, knives, and I could not do it with the dental floss, but sorry for that. Okay, so we would like to formally invite you to Houston, Texas, and these are the dates, so please save the dates. No more excuses that you have vacations planned. It's 2.5 years from now. We will begin on the 29th of December, and we will go on to 1st of Jan. So we will be bringing in the new year with a New Year's Eve gala, and what better than having all the Zoroastrians together to bring in the new year. So please note these dates. Registration, we feel we might be opening around March, but I mean, it's a long way to go, but we intend to do that around the Jamshedi Nowroz. We'll also have pre and post Congress activities. And now I'll run a short video. So can we get the lights down a bit? And then I will hand it over to one of the youngest moderators of the Congress here, Mahtab Dastur. And she will help me, and together with me I have also Natasha Dangor and Sabrina Warden. Sound?
Go for main engine start. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. All three engines up.
rather be. With every step we take, Kyoto to the Bay, strolling so casually. We're different and the same, give you another name, switch up the batteries. If you gave me a chance, I would take it. It's a shot in the dark, but I'll make it. Know with all of your heart, you can't shake me. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. It's easy being with you, sacred simplicity. As long as we're together, there's no place I'd rather be. With every step we take, Kyoto to the Bay, strolling so casually. We're different and the same, get you another name, switch up the batteries. If you gave me a chance, I would take it. It's a shot in the dark, but I'll make it. Know with all of your heart, you can't shake me. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. Oh, hey, yeah, hey. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. If you gave me a chance, I would take it. It's a shot in the dark, but I'm
All right, so you saw the theme. The theme is Generation Z propelling Zarathustra resurgence. So that's perfect segue for us from the bridging the existence to resurgence. So that's the theme, and we are concentrating a lot on Generation Z. So I'll give it to Mahtab now, and she'll take this forward.
Good morning, everybody. So as Gayo Uncle mentioned, we are focused on the resurgence on Generation Z, and so a very big portion of our Congress is going to be focused on the youth. Because the youth, we are the future. We are going to take forward everything. 40% of our attendees are going to be under 40. That is our goal. And so we need all of you to join, get your friends, all the young people. Not to say we don't like the not young people, but we have a youth committee. So not only are the youth in panel discussions, not only are they presenting, but they are planning the Congress. They are immensely involved in making this Congress something the rest of the youth can relate to. We have many fun socials, we have parties, we have tours, all for the youth and the not youth people. And then, of course, we have panels and discussions on intriguing topics, but also provocative topics. We're not afraid to talk about the controversial topics because those are the topics, those are the conversations we need to have to move forward, and that is what you can expect at the Houston Congress. And I know we saw with this Congress, it goes by so quickly. 4 days, I can't believe I just landed 4 days ago. It feels like yesterday I landed. And so we want to extend the experience. So we have pre and post Congress activities for everybody. So you come a few days early, hint, 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 flights. And then you leave a few days later so that you can spend as much time as possible with all your friends. And like I mentioned, we're focused on this Generation Z. We're focused on them. With the youth, with the young adults, we are able to create a program, we are able to create an experience unparalleled because it is for the youth, by the youth, of the youth. And that is what we are focused on. As we saw in the orchestra night yesterday, we have no limitations of talents in our Zoroastrian Parsi community. And so, of course, you can expect world-class entertainment with celebrities, internationally renowned artists. We have top-class entertainment, and then we also have post-dinner lounges with casino and jazz vibes for you guys to calm down. We have a Studio 54 club night for the drinking age young adults. And then you all will be welcomed with open arms into the Royal Sonesta Hotel, which is located in the Galleria area. Lots of restaurants, very expensive, so bring your money. Lots of stores. It's a very nice area, so please come. We have access to all the hotel meeting rooms and spaces, all the ballrooms.
Just one more thing that's not on the slide, because during the Congress we just got the contract back, and that's pretty good news for us. The hotel rates have been decided, and not 2, not 3, but for 4 people, it's just under $100. So there is no excuse.
So no excuses. Essentially, that means every single one of you guys is coming. And finally, none of this would have been possible without volunteers. We saw in this Congress all the people with the red tags. We talked to them, we asked them questions, we drove them insane. We have an extraordinary team of volunteers. We have over 15 committees and 75 volunteers who selflessly dedicate their time and their effort. They are committed to making sure that this Congress is an out-of-the-world experience. And so you guys need to join us. Come to Houston in December of 2024. Celebrate the incoming year of 2025 with us in Houston. Do we have any Star Trek fans? Woo! So we are going to boldly go where no Congress has been before. NAZC 2024. Thank you.
So thank you all very much for attention. Again, December 29, 2024, please remember. And thank you all. Happy safe travels. Bye. See you in Houston.
Okay, so I think as organizers of the 12th World Zoroastrian Congress, we also would like to thank the organizers of the Houston Congress, because if you all remember, the Houston Congress was supposed to happen in December 2020, except that there was a minor inconvenience called COVID. When we realized that COVID, in March when it happened, we were hopeful that by April it'll all go away, as we were told. It didn't happen. At that time, Astad and I reached out to Kayo and Adarbad, and we said, what can we do? Because we anticipated that the problem would happen. Kayo and Adarbad spoke with their committee, with their executive board at ZAH, and they graciously agreed that they would move their Congress 4 years out so that it wouldn't clash with our Congress in 2 years. It was not easy for them to do that because their volunteers had already worked for it and they were just 6 months or 7 months away from hosting all of us. So I have to say that thank you very much, Houston. We owe you a deep sense of gratitude and appreciation for what you guys did. And we promise that New York will show up as the largest contingent in Houston. Okay, so the next one that we're going to go to, so now we'll come back chronologically. And with this, I would like to invite the youth from the 8th World Zoroastrian Congress in London to come up.
No, she didn't. That's it. Oh. Are you ready to go?
Yes, start.
Take pictures and go. Okay, good morning, everyone. Nice to see you all. So firstly, a huge thank you to the Zoroastrian Trust Funds of Europe and our managing committee and Mr. Dorab Mistry and our entire ongoing organizing team that we have over here. Please put it together for them. They've been amazing. Woo! We would also like to thank Faizana for giving us this opportunity, and what a fantastic Congress this has been. It's going to be really hard to follow this. This has been absolutely amazing. So my name is Shahrazad Feroz Kapadia, and in 2019, I was appointed the co-chair of the 8th World Zoroastrian Youth Congress, along with my fellow co-chair, Sanaya Kambata. But I would now like to pass you on to our head of marketing, Zamiad Meherji, to tell you more about the 8th World Zoroastrian Youth Congress.
Thank you, Shahrazad, and thank you to you all. We have worked tirelessly throughout the pandemic and continue to do so in order to organize the Congress successfully and to build on our vision, that is, to be inclusive of every Zoroastrian youth in the world, and to reignite connections. The Second World Zoroastrian Youth Congress was held in London way back in 1997, and now it's coming home. The World Zoroastrian Youth Congress is a global event held every 4 years for the Zoroastrian youth to come together for a week of networking, socializing, and exchanging ideas about a religion and identity. We are proud and excited to announce that the next and the 8th World Zoroastrian Youth Congress will be held in London in 2023. From our target audience of 18 to 37-year-olds, we're expecting around 500 delegates from all around the world, including Australia, Canada, India, Iran, New Zealand, Pakistan, and the United States. The early bird pricing will be set at £550, will be inclusive of accommodation, food, and events. That's an amazing price. Our promise is to make this the most memorable youth congress you will ever attend. We would like to now present the promotional video. A special thanks to my friend Ryan Khalifa, who I worked with tirelessly in making this video. Ryan, can you come on stage, please? Thank you. Can we play the video, please? Can you, yeah, can you also dim the lights, please? Thank you. Can we dim the
ما
lights,
از
please?
شما جوانان عزیز دعوت می‌کنیم به لندن. The Zoroastrian Trust Funds of Europe are proud to host the 8th World Zoroastrian Youth Congress in 2023. For centuries, London has been home to a thriving Zoroastrian community. Welcome to London. Our vision is to build lasting friendships, to educate and empower, to inspire a generation for a more prosperous community, to shape the future of our religion in the cultural capital of the world. London Avijao. Be London khosh oumadid. We look forward to seeing you in London 2023.
I hope you all enjoyed that video. I think we can say it was a really good representation of what the UK community in London has to offer for both youth and Zoroastrians. Just to reiterate that Congress pre-registration has officially opened on our website, which is www.8wzyc.com. Over the past 3 days, we've had more than 100 individuals from here sign up already. So please make sure you also follow our social media, check out our website. We've got an article series and everything, putting the spotlight on all of our volunteers. We want to say a massive thank you as well to all of our volunteers here and all of the members of the UK youth community who have come to New York, and they've been promoting endlessly our Congress with every single individual, handing out business cards, networking and everything. So can we give them a round of applause, please? So London Avijao, Be London khosh oumadid. Welcome to London, and we look forward to seeing you all next year. Yeah. Huh? Yeah? Okay. You're done otherwise, right? Okay, we're finished.
Great job. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so that's not going to be the only event that happens in London, as usually happens with Zoroastrian events. Other organizations dovetail to kind of make it a more varied and richer experience. So in this case, Here's another event that's been postponed twice, again because of the pandemic. The World Zarathustra Chamber of Commerce has their global AGMs every year. 1 year in India, 1 year somewhere outside. It was supposed to be in London. It got cancelled a couple of times, but I believe now it's on track to happen next year. So with that, can I invite Shanaz Engineer, who's the chair of the UK chapter of WZCC, and Percy Master, who's the global chair of WZCC. So just give them the cue.
Right, okay. I can't see them, but can they see me?
They can hear you.
Right. So I don't know why the youth can have all the fun. So the World Zarathustra Chamber of Commerce UK chapter is going to hold an AGM in London just the day after the Youth Congress finishes. So we will start registration on the 26th, which is the last day of the Youth Congress, and it goes on for 3 days after that. We're going to have a lot of fun, and I emphasize that. It's not just the youth as well. So we, in the UK chapter, will be holding our conclave. WZCC UK promises some deep thinking, doing business the Zoroastrian way, and yes, a bit of rock and roll as well. London is a world-class city with a history that goes back 1,000 years. London is also the financial capital of the world. The UK and the City of London, which is actually not London, but a square mile in the city, which is the financial capital of the UK. And I would say quite a lot of the business of the world goes through that part. We will be spending a day there. So it's not just sitting at Zoroastrian Center, which is fabulous. But let me show you a short video of what we will be holding there. Especially, I think you heard Lord Bilimoria say that he is going to hold a reception in the House of Lords. And that is indeed a privilege for all the delegates who attend. So yes, can we have the video now, please?
The UK Committee is looking forward to welcoming the delegates to the WZCC conclave in London. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I promise you we will have a lot of fun. We will also be dealing with entrepreneurship, planning, business, and I would like people to come over and do business with each other. And I think that's what the World Zoroastrian Chamber of Commerce stands for, that not only do we encourage people in their careers, their entrepreneurship, but also doing business with each other around the globe. Percy, would you like to come and say something?
Thank you, Shahnaz. That was a wonderful presentation. And as you all know, ladies and gentlemen, London is a city of history. It has got a very, how to say, lot of museums, lot of architecture, and lot of good restaurants and lot of good things in London. And the Parsi community has a lot of interaction with the British in our past. You know, we prospered under the British Empire. A lot of Parsis made a lot of money. And then we also now have our business houses from India doing a lot of business in Britain itself. And in fact, the Tatas are one of the largest companies in Britain.
Yes.
Yeah. So there is a lot of things to look forward to. And because of this British connection that we have, since the time we came to India, I think. So there is a lot of things to do there, and I would request all of you that I believe there is a good discount available now for the airfares to London, so you can start booking your tickets from now, because then you have a lead time. And since we are so fond of the British Empire and the British king and queens and all that in the past, let us all get together in London and go and visit Apri Rani, which we all want to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, my earnest request, please do come to London. They have got a very good team. Shehnaz is doing her best to get everybody there, and we look forward to seeing you there. Thank you.
I just wanted to say that this is not just for the business people, but also for the youth. We will be, because I think it dovetails very well with the Youth Congress. I would love the youth to stay on for another 3 days and participate in the conclave, we'll be encouraging you. We will be mentoring you. There will be lots that you will take away from the conclave, which will be something quite different from the Youth Congress. So I really urge the youth to also sign up for the conclave as well as the Youth Congress. So thank you very much, and I hope to see all of you in London.
Okay, so now we come to an event that's not a Congress. The Parliament of World's Religion first took place in 1893. That Parliament had a very big Zoroastrian connection, which you guys heard of during the interfaith panel. To commemorate the 100th century of the Parliament, it happened again in 1993. By that time, there was a very active Zoroastrian community in North America and in Chicago. They all got involved, and since then, Zoroastrians have been showing up at these parliaments in large numbers. In recent times, Dolly Dastur served as a trustee of the parliament and the vice president for a full 6-year term. And last year, she stepped down, and currently, Maruk Motafram is serving as a trustee. Not necessarily a representative of the Zoroastrian community, but she happens to be a Zoroastrian on the parliament. And this parliament will happen next year, again in Chicago, in August, and we have a short video for it, but before that, can I get Maruk to come up and give us a little bit more information? Maruk? Sorry. Is Maruk here? When Maruk took on this role at the parliament, she also still continues to serve as Fizana's Congress Committee co-chair, along with Ketayun. So everybody you see has to do double duty somewhere or the other.
Perfect, got it. Hello, everybody. It was a good Congress, wasn't it? Everyone enjoyed it. So did I. And now we all talked about Zoroastrianism, being a Zarathushtri within our community. Now it's time for us to take it outside, to tell everyone who we are and why we are so proud of being a Zarathushtri. So do we have the presentation ready?
In 1893,
Let's take a look at this first.
Religious leaders from around the globe came together in Chicago for the first parliament of the world's religions. The meeting was a groundbreaking gathering of representatives of Eastern and Western spiritual traditions. Today, it is recognized as the birth of interfaith dialogue worldwide. 100 years later, at the 1993 Parliament in Chicago, religious leaders came together again to affirm the Declaration Towards a Global Ethic. The Declaration is a powerful statement of the ethical common ground shared by the world's religious and spiritual traditions. Now, 30 years later, representatives of the world's religious traditions will once again gather in Chicago to affirm human rights and the productive discourse that comes from interfaith dialogue.
The 2023 Parliament, convening in Chicago, will address one of the foundational issues of our time, the threat to freedom and human rights. We must defend freedom and human rights together and find solutions to the rise of autocracy in our world. Through this lens, gathered participants will discuss the threat to democracy, the crisis of climate change, the dignity of women and girls, the rights of indigenous peoples, engaging the next generation, peace, justice, the reduction of inequalities, and more. The Parliament will be a place of open minds and open hearts, where we can all express the wonder and dignity of our religious and spiritual traditions against the backdrop of the majestic beauty of Lake Michigan.
The world was called to Chicago in 1893 and 1993. 30 years later, the world is called again. Join us. Get involved today by answering the call for programs, becoming an exhibitor or sponsor, joining the Parade of Faiths, hosting a pre-Parliament event, or volunteering at the 2023 Parliament.
All are welcome. Register now.
As you can see, the title and the theme of the Parliament next year is going to be right up in our wheelhouse. So I invite Zoroastrians, Zarathustrians from all over the world to join us in this endeavor. Please contact me, and we can send out information with my contact information to everyone. And also, Faizana is going to be the organization that is going to be representing us at this Parliament next year. So I hope you will all join us. It is very important for our young adults to secure their identity in the world today. And this is an excellent platform for us to go out there and tell the world who we are and why we are so proud to be part of this wonderful religion and community. Thank you.
So now we come to the last of the Future Congresses segment, which also dovetails into the passing of the torch. The Global Working Group, as you heard in the session the other day, one of the activities that it does is it coordinates future world congresses, both adult congresses like this one and youth congresses. In consultation with local associations, the 2026 13th World Zoroastrian Congress was awarded, guys, quiet please. The GWG, in consultation with local associations and all of its members, awarded the 13th World Zoroastrian Congress to Singapore. The trophy that you see over here is the torch that is passed on from Congress to Congress. This trophy, this tradition was started in 2009 at the Dubai World Zoroastrian Congress, and since then it has gone on from host to host. This trophy was brought here by Firdaus Shirani, who is here from the UAE. Before I invite everybody else to come up on stage, let's play the video from Singapore, and then we'll invite the Singapore contingent to come up and say a few words before we pass on the torch.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Turns to sun rays, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. See the horizon, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on
That was really fantastic. It got me really hungry for Singapore chili crab. So with this, it's my distinct pleasure to invite Homyar Vasania, the president of the Parsi Association of Singapore, and his entire crew to please come up on stage. At this point, I'll also like Firdaus Shirani to come up on stage. And Astad Clubwala.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you guys had a great 4 days. We are still recovering from last night, so we might be a bit groggy while we speak. To introduce myself, I'm Homyar Vasania. I represent the Parsi Zoroastrian Association of Singapore. These are all my colleagues. We are wearing Pizzeria's t-shirts in the honor of the fact that we got this responsibility from 4 years from now. I hope you enjoyed the video which we put up. We are a small community. I'll just take a few, I'll say a few sentences to introduce ourselves as a community, really. We've been there for 200 years, so it's a long time. Even for me, though I've been there for 25 years, this was a big discovery. So 200 years, like the Zoroastrians of the past, we have prospered in any place that we have settled down in. We have a cemetery there, we have roads named after us, we got a philanthropist of our own, which is important to have as a Zoroastrian community. And we are proud, though we are a small community, we are well represented, we are one of the recognized religions in Singapore, and well represented in most government and otherwise bodies wherever interreligious interface happens. Finally, I would like to say that we are very thankful, overwhelmed, thrilled to get this opportunity to welcome you all 4 years from now. We came here as a contingent of about 10, 11 people to see how a Congress really works. And overwhelmed is the word which keeps coming back to us. We are a really small community. We are less than 400 people there, so it's going to be a big task. We look forward to a lot of support from you guys. Support both in terms of helping us organize, financial support, and most importantly, please do turn up there. It's a great city. It's a great city to have a holiday with your friends, families, to have a wild night every night that you're there, and to interact with your fellow Zoroastrians when you come there. So please do come, welcome. Thank you.
So we have the next host up on stage. I would like to invite the current hosts, on behalf of the current host, Astad Clubwala, Zara Commissariat, Zaim Commissariat, Zara Sharaf, and Saira Sharaf to please come up on stage. We thought it would be appropriate that we have youth from one host to pass on the trophy to youth from the other host. So with that, I would request Zain, Cyrus, and both the Zaras to pass on the trophy to Jehan and Farhad. And can I get Homyar, Firdaus. Ladies and gentlemen, the host of the 13th World Zoroastrian Congress in 2026, Singapore.
How about a final applause?
Pridosh has all the packaging and all of that. Yeah, Pridosh is there. He'll pass it on. Okay, so we are pretty much in the last 100-meter stretch. We started the Congress with a prayer, and we will end one with a prayer too. Can I invite Vara Dastur ji, Kharshid Dastur to come up on stage? Or as Arda Viraf told us, my friend Vara Dastur ji to come up on stage.
Good morning, everyone. First and foremost, we would like to thank the committee of the 12th World Zoroastrian Congress for such a wonderful Congress we had. To all its volunteers and organizers, that may Iran Shah and Dada Raura Mazda give you the strength to do more and more. And to our community, who are going to do the next Congresses, to wish them all the best and good luck to you all. What are we going to take from here today? And I take the liberty to ask the co-chairs of the Congress to let us declare today that we are going to bridge the global Zarathustra existence. And how are we going to bridge that? I saw in the Congress since last 4 days, even today, that we are always describing ourselves as Parsis and Iranis. From today onwards, my humble request to each and everyone that there will be no Parsi, no Irani, we will all be Zarathustris. We remove this gap, and from hence today onwards, we remain with Hamazor, with each and everyone. And for such a small and minuscule community, we bring again joy and laughter. That is what Parsis are known as. Zarathustris are known as, sorry. You know, when Prime Minister Mr. Modi visited India, he said that if these Zarathustris would not have landed in India, nobody would have taught us how to smile, because they laugh on themselves only. So let us take up from there. Let us laugh in all our conflicts. Let us join hands together, and let us bring all the Zarathustris worldwide together. Now I request each and every one of you to stand together and we pray together. The community that prays together will always remain together. We will just pray, Tua Thavario Yengeatam and Ashemvo, the most ancient and most powerful prayer, which was pre-Zarathustra times. And these three prayers are known as a very efficient Nirang also. Banao me Khuda, banao me Yazar, Bakshai ande, bakshai asgar meherban. Yatha huverio tharatush ashat hachit hacha. Vangeush dasda maningo shatananam angehush mazdai. Shatrim cha hahurai aim tregobyo dadat vastarem. Yatha huverio tharatush ashat hachit hacha. Vangeush tasdao maningo shatananam angehush mazdai. Shatrim cha hurai aim dregobyo dadat vastarem. Yengyatam atyesne paiti vango mazdauro vetasat hacha yang amchat tasat taoscha yezamaide Hashem vahu vaishtamasti Ushtasti Ushtamai Yat Ashai Vahistai Hashem Atazamya Tata Frinami Ustamai Yamai Ustakamai Chit. Happiness unto him who brings happiness for others. Atazamyan.
Ladies and gentlemen, with those inspiring words from the Dasturji, we declare this Congress closed. Thank you.